Hello and welcome to test number 2 for Shadowkeep. Shadowkeep, not Forsaken. I realize I kinda maybe made that mistake at the opening of the very last video. Oh, last test video, not like last actual video. Uh, we're gonna be playing High Plains Blues, which is not my favorite story mission, but I don't feel like playing 1AU right now, and Last Call, unfortunately, is being a pain in the ass and not showing up as a daily heroic. That aside, I have made a couple adjustments since the last time. For example, I have not lowered the music volume because I didn't think that was an issue. If that proves to be an issue this time, though, I'll see what I can do. I have moved dialogue down by 1. I might change that because it's not really that invasive. I will I will check to see if there's anything that, needs correcting. But right now, I don't know. I'm trying it out. I've lowered, as you can see, I've lowered the sound effects by 3, which should make my voice pop out a little bit more. If there's anything wrong with anything that I don't mention in the video description after I'm done shipping this shit out, please let me know. I will be taking a look through this though. I don't plan on editing down, and if I do, not that much, especially since last time I did say that Shadowkeep footage would be raw. So, yeah, I'm sorry. If you're not a fan of quiet moments, then I am actually kind of sorry. You may get bored depending on if it depends on how exciting Shadowkeep's campaign is. I hope it's exciting because if what I think is happening happens, well, let's just say I'm gonna get some serious Outpost 32 vibes. Whatever. Let's start this shit. Um, yeah. I guess I should find a thing to talk about. That's, I guess, what's, what are my thoughts on Shadowkeep? I guess let's just start with that. I'm excited for Shadowkeep, not so much for Season of the Undying. I do have, I think, I think 3 like screenshots from my computer that explain my exact feelings on Shadowkeep and Season of the Undying, microtransactions, all that shit.
The Tangled Shore,
This is beautiful, by the way.
a lawless frontier of outlaws, scavengers, pirates. Murderers like Aldrin and his
This
fallen would
is
fit right in.
giving a. This should
We
give a
need to
feeling of all
search the
part of the plan.
shore,
All part of the
from
plan
the fallen camps in Quitter's
is
Well
the
to that
best
ancient
orbit
awoken
theme
watchtower
from
on
the
the
Taken King,
horizon.
and I
Leave
will
no
fight on
stone
that.
unturned.
Actually, I
Aldrin
think
can't
all
hide
part of the
from
plan is
us.
my favorite ambient bit from D1. I'm sorry if you wanted to listen to the dialogue. I will be quiet when it comes to Shadowkeep. This is not Shadowkeep. Also, this campaign has been out for a long time. I I know it seems like I'm making excuses, but I truly and utterly believe that right now we all know what happens in Forsaken's campaign, right? God, I hope.
Ikora told us Cade's killers are skulking about the Tangled Shore. It's not much of a lead, but it's all we've got. Let's get to searching. Aldrin and his gang of fallen can't hide from us.
Well, if you wanted a glimpse of what Shadowkeep would be like, there you go. I'm staying quiet during dialogues. There you go. I just said that I wouldn't for Forsaken, but I forgot what the hell I was gonna say, so there we go. um, oh, videos, right, okay. So, as you probably noticed by now, I've been re-uploading a ton of Tangled Shore music, and there's a reason for that. I've always been meaning to re-upload the Tangled Shore stuff. Okay. I've always been meaning to re-upload the Tangled Shore stuff because, frankly, it's it hasn't been pleasant, so to say. I hate going back listening to old videos and going, ugh, that sucks. Like, certain videos, especially in the Baron department, I was so upset about that. Because the way the Baron themes work, they play like one section. Okay, it's not all of them, but I guess because this is our technical introduction to the Barons in Forsaken, I should discuss how each of them works music-wise. Mindbender is the best Baron. I'm gonna point that. I'm just gonna throw it out. But we'll discuss him last because reasons. Trickster. The Trickster is horrible.
Gotta
It
be a way
plays
forward if we keep looking.
one section of not even phase 1. It's an alternate part of phase 1.5 as I've
I've
gotten to
marked a
calling it.
suspicious energy signature on your display. Might be worth checking out.
Yeesh. Uh, and then it just goes straight into phase 1 percussion only, which makes recording phase 1 really, really difficult and super
Well, that's gotta be
annoying.
something.
This is a nice rug. That's not the point. And then you have phase 1.5, which plays. But it's the only thing that it takes. I guess a lot. Some of these barons take a lesson out of D1, and that's like one music piece per boss fight. Like you'll notice that. Like, let's use Fogoth as an example. Fogoth had one track play during his boss fight, and that's the Hive. Now, when he comes back in the Rise of Iron version, he has two, but that's all just part of Wretched Eye, and that's just Wretched Eye Phase 1 and 2. Rise of Iron is really where they started to do that two-phase thing, because Taken King only, like, barely dipped into it. It's Rise of Iron that took it to the next level. Except in the case of Axis, where Axis Phase 2 is just all one bit. And I count Axis Phase 1 as a separate boss fight, which is Vossic Phase 3. It's what you hear the most in the Archpriest. Yeah. Oh, and then there's Phase 1 of the Archpriest, which is the bit outside. You know what? Yeah, Vossic actually took notes from the rest of D1. It's only Wretched Eye, and I think... Is it really only Wretched Eye? Is it seriously only Wretched Eye? Are you kidding me? Alright, so yeah, Wretched Eye, that's when they dipped into two-phase themes. That's what Mindbender does. And that's why Mindbender's the best. Back to the other Barons. Bomber plays all of Phase 1 during the boss fight, in a weird way, but still plays it all. And then moves to Phase 2 after the Bomber's dead. And you have to disable the bomb. Well, that made recording Phase 2 difficult, so I just ended up using shit from the files. That was actually an absolute blast, and I actually loved working on it. So, yeah. If you haven't listened to the Mad Bomber Phase 2, like, all the way through, please do. It is an absolute banger. Rider. Rider is one of the worst ones because it takes Phase 1 and horrifically segments it. And it goes even further by using percussion meant for the tension as parts of phase, or it mixes it with parts of phase 1, especially at the beginning. So yeah, it's just it's a garbled mess, and after it's done playing its sections, it goes back into percussion only, whether it's for tension or phase 1. Depends on which part of the adventure you're in. The actual boss fight will play just phase 2. Fanatic. Fanatic is actually pretty nice. And depending, if you want to do the true phase 1-2 fashion, you load up Nothing Left to Say, where it plays all of phase 1, and then you stop, and then you go to the Hallowed Lair and get to the actual boss room. That's where phase 2 plays. Yeah, it's strange, but at least it has a defined place where it plays. And that the same goes for the Hangman. You record phase 2 in the adventure, and then you get phase 1 from Hollowed Lair. That's exactly what I did. That's one of the first things I did after November. So, yeah. But before then, Hangman worked the same way as the Trickster. Rifleman takes phase 1, plays all of it, segments it. And I don't mean that in, like, all the D2 music files are segmented, but I mean, like, it takes the full track and splits it up into various parts that have, like, 1 to 4 segments in it. It's stupid, but at least it plays all of it. And then phase 2 is the boss. Machinist, phase 1, phase 2. Simple as that, half health. Then there's a Mindbender. Now the Mindbender adventure is fucking glorious because it does something else. It plays like a regular adventure until you enter the hive ship. That's where shit changes.
This is some kind of smuggler's tunnel.
Oh, I hate this. Alright, reminder myself, I can get some things from here. Okay, cool. Yeah, the only things I have left are Gunslinger, Rider Tension, which is playing right now, and I didn't know. And now it's just Rider. And then after that, it's Mindbender and Bomber Tension. Yeah. Can you believe that? Who knows? Maybe I'll play normally. Catch my drift? I don't know. Maybe I'll have to get someone else for it. I just need Last Call to be a mission again.
Those were the creatures we fought in the prison of elders. They're spreading. There. On the
Hello,
ridge.
fanatic.
Perhaps you will give my children a better fight.
It's been a... Oh, that's a detail I never noticed. Oh my god. It's... Right, okay. Did you see that there? That's the same shit that the Taken did on Io with the Vex. It took a pre-existing thing. And then just... That's awesome. Fuck. The little details, my guy. The little details. You're becoming a pain in my ass. I'm sorry. I get excited over these things. It's...
They're sucking the
Yeah.
ether out of this servitor, corrupting it.
I guess you can also work on phase 1 from this. If you so wanted to. Screeb is such a funny name to me. I love them. I love Screebs. Oh shit. I recently found out that I used Bygones a lot more than Outbreak, and I'm planning to fix that. Oh, what the fuck? Alright, they were a little close.
Someone's hacking our comms.
You're late. Here I was thinking I'd be hunting Aldrin alone.
Pet revenge.
We need to talk. Face to face. I'm on my way to see an old acquaintance. Word is, he wants Aldrin and his barons dead as much as we do. Problem is, the feeling is mutual. So my acquaintance is laying low in a hidden bunker. If we want him to open the door, we can't leave any witnesses. Clear the area.
Well, that'll be pretty easy. After all, I played this mission a few times. No witnesses. I say as I miss half my shots. After all, that's what every good Destiny player does, right? Miss half their shots. I'm sorry if I'm cringing anyone out. I don't blame you. I don't.
I'm sending you some backup. Please, don't shoot the backup.
Oh, fuck.
Our backup are fallen.
Oh, did I forget to mention that?
This is where we start. One of the best tracks from Forsaken. And I'm so sorry if you disagree. Yeah, I kind of ran out of things to talk about. With Shadowkeep, things are going to be new, so I'll have more to say on the matters. Either that, or I'll be extremely quiet as I try to absorb everything in. But Lord knows, when I imagine myself trying to do this during, like, the D2 vanilla days, I would have
But
freaked
why are Fallen
out
fighting against other Fallen?
on
The Scorn aren't fallen.
camera?
Not
Capture card.
anymore.
Capture card. I would have freaked out on capture card on whenever I played Sacrilege. And the end credits scene. Do not forget the end credits scene. Because I sure as hell didn't. And you know what? Contrary to what some people may say, I don't think Bungie did either. I think we're just getting started. And Shadowkeep's gonna give us some very nice hints. Some nice hints. Oh, sweet lag. Man, it's a good thing there's no darkness zone here, otherwise I'd probably be a little bit more cautious.
The Baron's leader, the Fanatic, has the power to resurrect dead Fallen as
I'm very
frenzied,
wary of that hole,
bloodthirsty
because I know what's
puppets,
gonna come
and
out.
he believes Aldrin gave him that power.
Well, he's not wrong. Aldrin did in fact give him the power. Indirectly. And I do mean indirectly. It was Riven, technically. Hey Riven, anyone remember her? Oh, Dreaming City, that's the thing to talk about. So no one here actually believes that Dul Incaru is proper dead when we kill her in the Shattered Throne, right? Yeah, let me explain that. In case anyone forgot, every Ascendant Hive, like Crota, Dul Incaru, Savathun, Oryx, just to name a few. Well, their power manifests inside a throne world. And Dul Incaru, being the daughter of Savathun and not being, you know, a heretic like Nakaris, should most definitely have a throne world. So, what happened to it? I can hear someone, I'm not naming names because I don't know, but I guarantee you, someone here said to themselves,
So Aldrin and the Barons
isn't
murder
the
King
Shattered
and then
Throne
come
Dul
here.
Incaru's throne world?
What's so special about the
Now you
Tangled
may
Shore?
be saying to yourself, that's not
my
me.
secret to tell,
Well,
Guardian.
yeah,
It's the reefs.
if you're saying that, it probably
I'll
isn't
say
you.
this.
Granted,
Aldrin sent the
someone
Barons
thought
here
of
for
it.
a reason.
I know someone
need
is
to
thinking
confirm
about it
my
as they're listening
suspicions.
to me saying this. depending on how many people watch the video. That's alright. I'm waiting for the writer. Is that Scorn? It can't be Scorned. No, that's the Machinist. Whatever. Tired of waiting. Either way. The Shattered Throne is Mara's throne, not Dul Incaru's. It doesn't matter if Dul Incaru took control. Oh, fuck me. It doesn't matter that Dul Incaru took control of the Shattered Throne, or Eleusinia, because Eleusinia still isn't her throne. So, it belongs to Mara. And Mara isn't here. Mara isn't home. Oh my god. Oh. Jesus. Like, who the hell's killing me? Yeah, okay, let me get straight to the point. Every time Dul Incaru dies, she dies in someone else's throne world. Now, I know what the Books of Stars said, but I also know what they meant. Killing someone in someone else's throne world does not result in a truly permanent death. It results in a very hard to come back from death, but I don't think that matters to Dul Incaru, considering that I'm like 75% sure the Hive in the Dreaming City actually did take a lesson from Nokris' Hive and incorporated the power of resurrection into their arsenal. After all, an envoy from Savathûn is the heroic public event boss for the witch ritual on Mars. And there was an adventure that said, hey, Savathûn, this is Nokris' brood. We're kind of getting our asses kicked. Please come take our power. It's also why I'm partially wondering if Nokris himself is taken. Now I know Bungie has a taken model, but I mean like Nokris, not counterfeit. I'm actually gonna see how long it takes for these spider associates to kill this guy. Hey, that is cheating, my guy. Don't do that. Anyway. So every time we kill Dul Incaru, when she dies in Eleusinia, she gets sent back to whatever her throne world is. Whether that just happens to be in Savathûn's throne world, like I think Iriot's was the case, or Iriot's was that case. Or she has her home throne world like Crota, and she gets sent to that. After all, Eleusinia was corrupted by Oryx, not by Dul Incaru. Dul Incaru is only responsible for the curse in the city. If I'm wrong with that, let me know, but last time I checked, it was Oryx that did all the breaking. It was just Dul that did all the curse stuff. And it was Curia that's doing all the time loopy stuff. Either way, the time loop is actually very fucking helpful if this is the case. Because Dul Incaru then has no means to come back again. After all, Eternal Return was her name before the loop started. The loop started after her first death. If her name, if her title, The Eternal Return, only was a loop thing, then theoretically it should have always been. Or it should not have always been Eternal Return. It should have just been Daughter of Savathûn. You know, kind of like how Crota was Son of Oryx. But instead we got The Eternal Return. A totally different title. die. Oh shit. Okay. So, yeah, I expect that one day we'll end the loop somehow, or the loop will be ended. We'll kill Dul Incaru permanently, and then we'll accidentally, or yeah, we'll lead Savathun right to the distributary, and that's where that whole plotline then kicks in. There could be so many possibilities for how the fucking story ends. After all, the Vex are invading other planets. Like, I know it's restricted to the moon and garden, but what if they find their way into the Dreaming City? Look, the Dreaming City, or the Vex being in the Dreaming City, isn't so far-fetched. Asphodelia is a plant that's native to the Black Garden, and Uldren stole a couple from the garden. And guess what? They're now commonplace in the Dreaming City. So the Vex teleporting to the garden isn't so out of whack. Move. And then, oh fuck!
All clear out here, Pen.
Oh damn!
Great. Now get over here.
Oh, and Cape glitched. Oh damn! What the fuck? All right. Anyway. Is it still like that? Where'd the body go? Oh no, there's a dead spider guy. What? Oh shit. Oh shit. What's in your body? Oh, you're an immovable object. I see. Cool. Just gonna ignore that then. The Vex could see the loop as a threat and end it right then and there. There's also the possibility of Curia just deciding to end it. After all, there's a running theory around a couple friends of mine that they're totally hiding another nightmare, an 8th nightmare. Currently, there are 7. Zydron, Fogoth, Crota, Omnigul, Gaul, Tanyx, Skolas. If there's an 8th, then maybe that one would be Oryx. Well, a Nightmare Oryx would shatter all of the Taken powers, because they would, for at least a brief time, not know who the hell they would be fighting for. Oryx's will overtake the Taken, and they'll be like, wait, why are we in the Dreaming City doing this? And Nightmare Oryx will continue his crusade until we kill him again. And then the Taken will be left back into the control of Curia or Savathun. And if it's Savathun, maybe she might have trouble bringing everyone back in, because, well, Oryx had the power to take and the will to control all of them. Curia just has the power to take, and Savathun has the will. But who knows, maybe Oryx installed a little failsafe within Curia that Curia never activated because, well, Savathun drove him away from Oryx. Maybe Curia can just kind of separate the Taken. I don't know. I don't think I'll ever know. Until shit happens. After all, I just want to know what your helmet looks like, my guy. You're annoying, I hate you. Well, they're falling, that's for sure. Yeah, whatever. I'm done rambling. Yeah, I'm done rambling. We'll see how things go.
Shine your shoes, Guardian. You're about to meet the spider.
Ah, shit. Should I save for the cutscene? Ah, why not? Comment on it. Because I can.
Well, if it isn't Petrovenge, the worst jailer in the solar system.
Actually, no.
What brings you to my...
I'm not doing that. You know why? Because I hate looking at my guardian's face. It did not port well from D1 to 2. With that abrupt end, I will see you... I don't know, later. Whoa, what the fuck? Whoa. Ah, shit.